Hey guys, John here. So last week I asked the question, what's your desert island synth? And that was a really cool conversation. It was really fun to see what you guys had picked for your desert synths. And then upon reading Reddit really late at night, I found another question that was actually really interesting. It was, what is your biggest software purchase regret or a synthesizer or effects or something like that? And I read the entire thread. There was some interesting stuff in there. Some people said Serum, which was kind of strange. It kind of surprised me. There's also a couple people that said Omnisphere. I guess they just didn't use it, which is kind of strange as well. But anyway, it kind of made me think what kind of synth that I have bought in the past that I was kind of like, I probably don't really need it or like it or want it, which is what you're looking at here on the screen, and that is Sakura, right? Which it doesn't really sound bad, but I don't really think it sounds great at the same time. I think when I first saw this, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool because I didn't have the all plugins edition for FL Studio for a while. And I was like, I kind of really want this. It was either this or transistor based. For some reason, I picked this. I don't really know why. I was like, maybe in a string modeling mood. And this is a long time ago. So I was like, you know what? Might as well just buy it. So I did. And then I played with it for a couple days and I was like, I'm not really feeling this one. It's not really my type of synth. I don't know. But I kind of just never really used it after that. And I've heard some tracks with people making cool stuff out of Sakura, excuse me. That actually sounds pretty cool. So it's not necessarily dogging on the sound quality of it. It's not a synth for me. And if there's a certain string sound that I'm looking for, I could probably find it in something else that I might like a little bit better. But I'm sure if anybody spends the time with this, you can really make some cool stuff with it. So that's kind of my biggest regret. And I might even play with this, I don't know, maybe a couple years in the future. Who knows? Maybe it might be my favorite synth at the end of the day, and this video will be kind of funny and irrelevant at the same time. So that's for the synth side, right? So some people also had some effect stuff, and I was kind of thinking about that, and I think I would have to say a long time ago, I saved up my money, and this is maybe, God, I want to say 2011, maybe 2012 or something like that. And I was actually really poor, but I saved up all my money, and I went out and I bought the Waves Mercury bundle, and I was so happy when I got that, and it was cool for a long time, and I was really happy with it. And then once new stuff started coming out, better plugins that had better deals and stuff like that and weren't so expensive, I was kind of like, oh man, if I would have just put that money and just waited a little bit to buy something newer, that would have been cool. So I kind of do regret buying the Mercury bundle from that. But at the time, it was like the coolest thing in the world, right? Some people had the Mercury bundle. I think there was like a gold bundle, or there's so many weird bundles. I don't even remember anymore. I haven't used a Waves plugin in a very long time, so I don't really remember what it was called. But I remember buying the Mercury, and that kind of set me back. But yeah, that's probably the effects side for me. So really the Mercury bundle and then Sakura for the synth. So now the questions to you guys, is there a synth or a certain weird effect that you thought was the coolest thing in the world, and then you spent money and you bought it and you're like, now this sucks. I wish I could return this. Maybe you did return and got your money back. That would be kind of cool. Sometimes we're all not so so lucky on that. It's hard for me to return certain things because, like, if I buy it and I'm like, okay, I made my choice and maybe I might like it in the future. Maybe in like 2 years, I'll be like, hey guys, that Mercury bundle, though, that might be a thing. Who knows? But anyway, that's kind of just my thought process. So I'm curious to hear from you guys what your what your regrets were. I'm actually surprised that I was going to make this video because it's actually a really interesting thing because everyone talks about, this is the coolest plugin, this is the coolest synth, this is the coolest effect. But not much, not many people ask or bring up the question, what is the biggest regret that you bought? So that's the question for you guys. What do you regret buying the most? So yeah, looking forward to reading those comments, guys. See you in the next video.